Hello, I am Mr. Rico. Today, we will tackle about preposition, interjections, and conjunctions. Are you ready? Let's start.
Prepositions are words that show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. They are essential in conveying meaning and clarity in written and spoken English. Prepositions can be categorized into four main types, including time, place, and directions, agents or things, and phrasal prepositions. In this lesson, we will discuss the different types of prepositions, provide examples, and explain how to use them correctly in a sentence. These are the types of prepositions. First, time prepositions. Time prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and time. These prepositions are used to indicate a specific time, duration, or frequency. Examples include at, in, on, during, by, until, since, for, from, and to. Second type of preposition is place and direction prepositions. Place and direction prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and a location or direction. These prepositions are used to indicate where someone or something is located or moving towards. Examples include in, on, at, under, above, besides, behind, in front of, along, and across. The third type of preposition is agents or things prepositions. Agents or things prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and an agent or object that performs an action. These prepositions are used to indicate who or what is doing something. Examples include by, with, of, from, about, and for. The last type of preposition is the phrasal prepositions. Phrasal prepositions consist of two or more words that act as a single preposition. These prepositions are used to convey complex meanings and can be difficult for non-native speakers to understand. Examples of phrasal prepositions include in addition to, by means of, in front of, in spite of, and on behalf of. Now, here are some examples of the prepositions as they are used in sentences. Here are more examples. Now let's move on to the interjection. An interjection is a word or expression that occurs as an utterance on its own and expresses a spontaneous feeling or reaction. It is a diverse category encompassing many different parts of speech such as exclamations, curses, greetings, response particles, hesitation markers, and other words. Due to its diverse nature, the category of interjections partly overlaps with a few other categories like profanities, discourse markers, and fillers. Interjections are used to convey or express sudden feelings and emotions. There are no particular rules as to where interjections should be placed in a sentence, but most often they are seen to appear in the beginning of a sentence. They are used to form exclamatory sentence. In contrast to typical words and sentences, the function of most interjections is related to an expression of feeling rather than representing some idea or concept. Generally, interjections can be classified into three types of meaning: volitive, emotive, or cognitive. The first type of interjection is the volitive interjection. This function as an imperative or directive expressions requesting or demanding something from the addressee. Here are some examples. Let's move on to emotive interjections. They are used to express emotions such as disgust, Here are some examples. The last type of interjection is the cognitive interjection. This expresses feelings which are more related to cognition or information known to the speaker of the utterance. Here are some examples of a cognitive interjection. Here is another type of an interjection, the greetings and parting words or phrases. These are interjections used to acknowledge or welcome someone or to express good wishes at the end of a conversation. Consider these examples. Now let's talk about the primary and secondary interjections. Interjections may be subdivided and classified in several ways. A common distinction is based on relations to other word categories. Primary interjections are interjections first and foremost, while secondary interjections are words from other categories that come to be used as interjections in virtue of other meaning. Primary interjections are generally considered to be single words. Here are some examples. Secondary interjections can consist of multi-word phrases or interjectional phrases. Consider these examples. Now let's talk about the conjunctions. Conjunctions are parts of speech that connect words, phrases, clauses, or sentences. There are three kinds of conjunctions: the coordinating conjunction, paired, and the subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions connect words or phrases that serve the same grammatical purpose in a sentence. There are 7 main coordinating conjunctions in English, which form the acronym FANBOYS. F stands for, A stands for and, N stands for nor, B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. Here are some examples. Now let's talk about the paired conjunctions. Paired conjunctions consist of 2 words or phrases that help make a point or establish alternatives. Although paired conjunctions can be helpful in structuring a sentence, they can also make sentences wordier than necessary, so use these conjunctions sparingly. Here are some examples: both, and. We also have not only, but also, either and or, and neither nor. The last type of conjunction is the subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions join a subordinate clause to a main clause and establishes a relationship between the two. There are many subordinating clauses, but here are some of the most common: after, although, as much as soon as long as though, because, before, how, if, in order to, in order that, once, since, then, that, though, unless, until, when, whenever, where, wherever, whether, and while. There are 2 ways to structure a sentence using a subordinating conjunction. First, main clause plus subordinate clause. And here are some examples. Second, subordinate clause plus main clause. And here are some examples. And now we have the conjunctive adverbs. These conjunctions join independent clauses together. The following are frequently used conjunctive adverbs.
That's all for this lesson. I hope that you remember the prepositions, interjections, and constructions. Thank you for listening.